Hi guys. Sorry, I just took my bath about like 15 minutes ago, and as usual after my bath I will use toner, and then I'm planning to actually use this soon. Yeah, face mask, but I'm thinking of actually recording this video first before anything else. Yeah, so the toner that I'm using, actually this is not a beauty tip, but I'm just sharing it with you guys so that you know what I'm using. So Sukin oil balancing. Yep, Sukin oil balancing. Right, so I love this. It controls my oil, especially on my T-zone, and yeah, I love this. So okay, so as you all know, my name is Jeff Ignacio, and I'm the owner of this channel. And if you are new, do click subscribe and then hit the bell so that you will be notified whenever I have a new video. Alright, so today I'm thinking of sharing with you guys about something that is so close to me. So today I am going to share with you some travel tips that can help you, that can guide you on how to travel effectively, meaning you will cover most of the skills. I am not a guru, I am not an expert, but I've been traveling quite a lot, and I do hope that this humble sharing will help you in planning your travel. Maybe some of you never done traveling before, you're afraid and you do not know what to do, and you're shy to ask, and coincidentally you found this video and you watched me explaining to you about travel tips. Or maybe this is your second time, and the first time was not really a failure, but you learned a lot. So I'm going to help you on this one as well. Or this may be your third time and you wish to do more, to plan more in a better way. So I do hope that this video will help you a lot. Alright, so with regards to this travel tip, I just want to let you know that I've listed down certain things that you, as a guideline for everybody, that I actually use it as well before I plan for my travel. And to make it easier, I chose a country that I'm familiar with, because I've been in that country for the past, I've been to that country 3 times. I've been in 2014, 2015 and 2017, and that country is South Korea. So if you're a fan of K-pop or Korean drama or bibimbap, or what is that main food, I can't recall, oh gosh, kimchi. Yes, kimchi. So if you're a fan of kimchi, so you should know that it came from the country called South Korea. Alright, so the travel tip today is I'm going to share with all of you as a guideline. I'm not an expert, as I've mentioned, but I want you guys to also learn from my perspective. Okay, so but before anything else, do subscribe to this channel, Traveliciously. Click the subscribe button and also the bell to notify you whenever I come up with a new video. Alright, so my travel tips to you is, if you are planning to visit Korea, South Korea or any other country, number 1 is to know the season. Alright, to know the season. As you know, Korea has 4 seasons and it varies every year. It has 4 seasons. Mid of March to end of May, it's spring, and the summer is from I think it's from June to August, and autumn is from September to November, and winter is from December to mid-March. So once you identify what are those seasons and which month it falls, you may choose which one you're interested to go. And maybe you're asking which season is the best time to go. To be honest with you, because I want to explore everything, I want to experience every season in Korea, so I have no preference. However, if you're somebody who has preference, based on what I read, it stated that the best time to visit South Korea is between April to May, and then also September to October, right? That is the moment or the time where it's less tourists locally and also foreigners. So if you don't like to be, you know, in a crowded places with a lot of tourists. So maybe you can choose this month, April to May, and also September to October. Okay, so the first time I visited Korea was in 2014, and that was in June. That was summer. And then the following year I visited South Korea during autumn. That was with my sister. And I didn't go in 2016, and in 2017 for the very first time I traveled solo, and that one also was summer, and I traveled quite further. I went to Busan. Why? Because of the Train to Busan movie. So it affected me a lot, and I wish to experience Train to Busan. Unfortunately, because the price was too high, it's too expensive. Even though I have that 30% discount, I chose not to do it. But I chose to do it from Busan to Seoul. And my experience, the difference between bus and the train is it'll take you 1 hour earlier by train than by bus. Meaning to say bus is about 1 hour later. However, I think I would prefer to take the bus than to take the train. I don't know, it's just my preference. I feel dizzy inside the train. It was very fast, and I can't enjoy the view because the Korean seated next to me, the window seat, halfway, not even halfway, by the time he seated there, he just like shut down the curtain, and I can't enjoy the view. So yeah, that's it. And I love my bus experience, and I think if I were to plan to go to Busan again, I will choose bus. Alright, so back to the topic. The first one is decide on which season you would like to go. And then tip number 2, check your passport availability or your validity. Okay, please don't do it like last minute, like you planned everything so nicely and then suddenly you check, oh my god, my passport is like 2 days expiry. If you are lucky, you can settle it very quickly. In Malaysia, we can settle our passport within 2 hours, or if the system is down, maybe a few hours, or maybe you just come back tomorrow. But normal instances, it's only 2 hours, so it's very efficient, very fast in Malaysia. So I love my country. All right, and it's 200 ringgit for 5 years. So my experience has taught me to don't close one eyes when it comes to passport. Why? Because your passport must be within 8 to 1 year validity before you actually go traveling. I've experienced this last time, few more days that my passport will be like 6 months expiry, and I went to Batam, Indonesia by ferry. I almost didn't manage to go because they were like looking at my passport and told me that your passport is almost 6 months validity. And I told them, please allow me, because because I'll be coming back tomorrow. It's just a day trip, so it's just a 1 night trip, going in the morning and then the next morning come back. So glad that they allow me to do so. So please don't take this lightly, guys. Once you have decided on the season and when do you want to go, check your passport. That is number 2. Then after you check the season, you check your passport, everything is checked, everything is fine, everything is green light. The number 3 is do a lot of research. This will determine how many days you want to spend in Korea. Research is, you will look at South Korea as a whole, and of course the capital is South Korea, where most people go. Alright, so if you are planning to go to Seoul, maybe you can think about going to Myeongdong if you like shopping, especially when it comes to makeup and everything. Alright, and then Itaewon to discover food and more food to the Muslim community. Itaewon is the best place for you to find halal food. It's abundance, it's like a lot, and everything is there. So do check out Itaewon. It's the best place for you guys. And there is one mosque there as well. So I visited the mosque. It was very beautiful, very colorful. So you guys don't miss the chance to visit that. And then actually there are a lot more places in Seoul to visit, in Sadong or maybe Gangnam, you know, just to name a few. And if you want to go further, like Busan, it's about 3.5 to 4 hours journey. So spend your time wisely. All right. Busan is an amazing city. I think it's the second most developed city after South Korea. In short, you have to decide for yourself whether you want to see nature, want to observe the culture, want to learn the culture, just want to do shopping, or just want to hang out around the city, want to experience the food. Basically everything you can Google. All right, everything can be Googled, and as you all know, information is at the tip of your finger. So please don't be lazy. That's another tip. Don't be lazy. While you still have time, while you're still motivated and excited to do it, do your research. Don't wait until like 2-3 days, or probably you're like, come on, once I landed in Seoul then only I planned and whatever this and that. Please don't do that, because you will waste a lot of your time. You are not traveling and staying in that country for 1 month or for 1 year, where you can just relax like locals and explore itself, and then if you're lucky enough you will discover things. And no, I don't think you should do that. That's my opinion. Plan it nicely. All right, do your checklist. However, please bear in mind, when you travel, don't make it into like, don't make it hectic for you. Don't make it hectic for you. You have to enjoy what you do. Don't be too greedy with your checklist. Maybe in one day you want to visit 10 places, whereas those places, 10 places, are very far apart, and you try your best, on this day one I must settle 5 or 10. Don't. There's always a reason to come back, right? There's always a reason to come back. All right. Now, after you check the season, you check your passport validity, you have done your research, it boils down now to how many days you want to be in Seoul. Well, like I told you, after you've done your research and places that you want to see, you decide for yourself how long. However, my my advice to you is to keep it minimum 4 days 3 nights, 5 days 4 nights, or maximum 7 days 6 nights. I think it'll be fantastic. And like I mentioned to you, if you can't discover everything, there is always reason to come back. Okay, because the longer you travel, the longer you are not at work, the more you become lazy when you go back to work, and there are many things that you need to follow up, and it's not good. Why not you just spend like a short amount of time traveling, go back to work, earn money, and then go for your travel again, right? That's part of my tip to all of you. All right, so season settled, passport checking settled, you've done your research, you have decided on how many days you want to stay. Next is flight. Well, I'm very fortunate to be living in Malaysia as Malaysian citizen. We have AirAsia. I believe some Southeast Asian country have AirAsia flying to destinations such as Seoul. So I'm very fortunate that I stay in Johor Bahru, and it's about 5 hours by bus to KLIA, Kuala Lumpur International Airport. We have 2 terminals. However, by flight it's only about 50 minutes. So I'm very fortunate that I stay quite close to KLIA too, and you get to choose flight. And one thing I love about AirAsia flight going to Seoul, it departs at 1 a.m. So when you are tired, or maybe you feel so sleepy, flight from 1 a.m. you will arrive at 8 a.m. So while you're in the flight, on the plane, you get to sleep and rest. Well, I know it's not comfortable, but I think it's good enough, because once you landed, you will be very, very excited to discover so many places in Seoul. Okay, so once you landed, you will feel fresh and ready to discover places. All right, next, accommodation. This is a tip. Okay, you have checked your season, number 1. Check your passport validity, number 2. Do research, number 3. How many days, number 4. Flight, number 5. Tip number 6 is accommodation. Again, it's completely up to you guys. For me, I'm a backpacker, so I travel light. Okay, I travel light. I like to stay in a room where there are foreigners, and I get to mingle around, get to exchange stories and whatnot, and I get to represent my country and probably tell them stories about my country, and maybe they are interested to visit my country. Then I'm like a small ambassador to my own nation. Yeah, so accommodation, basically they have a lot from that backpackers lodge. They have hostel, motels, they have inns, they have hotels. Hotel is like from 1 star to 5 star, you name it, they have it. And one thing that I can assure you, that it's clean. The hotel that I've stayed before, the Blue Boat Hostel, Busan, the guest house that I stayed, it's very clean, and their staff is also friendly, so you don't feel awkward. And then yeah, I like Seoul. I like South Korea as a whole, especially the accommodation. All right, so that's it basically. I repeat once again, the first tip is season. The number 2 is a passport validity. Number 3 is do your research to determine how many days you want to stay in South Korea, and then you can choose your flight and then place of stay. Then final step is, of course, self-preparation. Really, self-preparation. Self-preparation is not like praying. I mean, it's part of it also, that God will protect your journey flying from your country to South Korea. Yeah, it's, of course, it's something, it's a daily thing to do. Prayer is a daily thing to do. All right. There are a few things that you need to think about. Number 1 is observe the currency. See how it fluctuates every day, go up and down, you know. But you don't have to do it like every day. Maybe once a week, you know. You don't have to be like so. You don't have to be too religious looking at those numbers, okay? Because it will just change slightly, okay? And my advice to you, if you are going to change your money, please do it at the money changer, and I believe they will give you better rates. Okay, I believe they will better rate. Where to change? Well, maybe you can change some in your country, and then the rest you change it to USD. From what I was told, change it to USD. And when you're in Korea, whenever you think that you need extra, then you can change the USD to Korean won. Okay, because just to let you know, a few years back when I was there alone, and Malaysia has just has problem with our currency. Most country don't sell. I mean, don't accept ringgit. It was troublesome for me. Even when I went to Manila, it's very hard to find ringgit changed to peso. So I learned my lesson, since US is very strong and US is like the main currency of the world. So I've decided to change to USD, at least whenever I need it and it's an emergency and I can't find many money changer. For example, if I'm in a place that I only have one money changer, I believe they will accept US dollar. Okay, but as what I can see now, I think our currency is having no problem at the moment. I mean, I think you can find it anywhere in Seoul. So my tip to you is change some in your country and then some in USD, and then when you need it, you change that USD in South Korea to won. Alright? Right. Next, download apps. Okay, I believe all of you is having smartphone. Your smartphone is in your hand 24/7 maybe, or the only time is when you're sleeping. So download apps such as city maps, bus route, train route, places of interest, food, etc, etc, etc. And please study it well. And one more tip is that once you have decided where you want to go, I mean the places of interest that you like, stay in a place where you are surrounded by those places. Don't be like too far away, because why? It will incur cost on transportation. Unless you like to walk, by all means, you know how to read the map, you know how to walk there, by all means, no problem. Okay, so download those apps, study those apps. Don't just download it and then once you landed Korea, then only you open it. It's too late, my friend. You really have to study it while you still have time, while you have yet to reach the country. Because once you landed, you will be anxious you will be like excited, you will be worried, you will be like rushing, like it happened to me and I don't know why. So I do not want it to happen to you guys. So study it well while you are still able. Alright, next will be the T-Money. T-Money, it's like easy link in Singapore and also Touch and Go in Malaysia. With that T-Money, I don't have it with me. I don't have the sample. Do I have the sample? Let me look for it. Sorry, I don't have it with me. So this is my passport. I don't have it with me. I usually put it inside my passport. So T-Money is very important. You can buy food, you can buy goods, and of course you can use it for transportation, and it'll be more safer if you use that instead of bringing a lot of cash. All right, I'm not saying that Korea is not safe. It is one of the safest places that I've been to, but it's better safe than sorry. Okay, all right. Then learn basic language. Okay, learn basic language. Not 안녕하세요, 감사합니다. It's not enough, guys. You must learn how to say something in a full sentence, like where to find blah blah, or where to go blah blah. For example, that is a very easy phrase. Why? Okay, Korea, as you all know, even though it's one of the highlight in tourism, most of the people don't speak English, or they can understand English, but they are unable to respond to you. That makes you understand. They might avoid you. So the best way is learn a few phrases while you are while it's still away from your trip, so that it'll be easy for you guys to actually talk to the local. You see, it's easy. I'm actually now learning, not a lot, but I'm trying my best, so it'll be easier for you to and please take note as well, Koreans can't read Romanized characters. I mean, of course they can read whatever that thing is, but they do not understand. It happened to me back in 2015 when I traveled with my sister. I told them I'm going to Iljiro Samga. I pronounce it maybe not so Korean, and I showed it to them, the Romanized writing. They don't get it. So please, if you want them to understand you, make sure that Hangul or the Korean language is there, or alphabet is there, so that they will understand. Okay, then plan your journey. Finally, plan your journey. What I mean by planning your journey is that create your own itinerary that will guide you, that will help you in so many ways, just in case you lost your way, just in case you are suddenly anxious, worried and whatnot. Open it again. Okay, I'm here. I need to do this, I need to do that. How to do that? I need to go here, I need to go there. Itinerary will help you a lot. My background in tourism has helped me a lot. Planning my trip, writing my own itinerary, from the most detailed one to the most summarized one. Okay, plan your itinerary from where you are, from where you started to go to the airport, and then once you landed in Seoul, what do you use in order for you to reach Seoul station, and in Seoul station, where to go to your accommodation, or should you check in first, or should you go lunch first, or should you visit a place that is nearby Seoul station first, then only you check in, because the standard check-in time is about 2 or 3 p.m. Alright, even in South Korea, same as in Malaysia. So yeah, that's it basically, my travel tips to all of you. I'm very sorry that it's quite long and winded, but I do hope that you guys have learned something from here. And if you have questions or comments, do comment below. But before that, please subscribe to my channel, because I really need a lot of subscribers. And at the same time, click that notification bell so that you will be notified whenever I come up with a new video. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciated it, and you guys have a good evening. Bye bye.